Hi everybody, this is Tina with Loving Life's Little Blessings, and this is actually just a really fun tip for you guys. This is our Simply Pressed clay, and you buy the clay. It comes in a package like this, and it's sealed. Has like a little zip seal thing, Ziploc type seal. And then these are the molds, and there is a button. This is a button mold, and then this is the flower mold, and the flower mold will look like this when you do it. And it's a little hard to see. There we go. So I wanted to show you, when I first got this, I got this back in April before it was actually released, and I didn't really care for it. The first time I tried using it, it was kind of a mess, and it really stuck to the mold really bad, and so it just felt like more work than it was worth. And originally I had seen people taking the clay, so you just pull some of this clay out, and it's very it's not like Play-Doh. Like, that's originally what I thought it was gonna be like, but it's not. And I had seen people mix, like, take the re-inkers and then color this. So that's what I originally did. I took some out, and then I took a re-inker and I placed some on there, and then I worked it all together, and then it was this mess. It was like all over my hands. It, like, I really had to like keep working it to get the color into it, and then when I put it in the mold, it actually stuck. So I'm gonna show you guys that. So I'll do this button one. So originally when I first put it in there, then it, like, see how it doesn't like come out, and then you gotta like roll it back to get it out, and then it smushes it. So let's zoom in while I show you why I didn't like it. Because I have a solution, and it's not the typical solution that I've been seeing out there. So when you put it in the mold, just normal, you put it in there, and then it doesn't like pop right out. So then you've got to like pull it back, and then it sticks. So what I did see people do is get the cooking spray and then spray it in the mold, and then it just pops right out. So I am if it's too much work, I don't want to do it. And I don't personally have any cooking spray on hand. So it was like the thought of like having to go and buy it and remember to buy it and then spray it in there and then get it all over the place. It was just like, I didn't want to mess with it. So I had to do some of these. I had to make some of the floral ones. And so I was like, oh man, I'm going to have to deal with this. But I found a really great solution. So I just have this baby wipe. I just had this little sampler pack, and I have these all over the house because I have the kids and everything, but it's pretty moist. So what I did is I just put it in the mold itself, and then it's a little bit wet in there now. And then I took the clay and put it in there, and then it popped out much easier. So I thought, okay, that could work. Like, that's a pretty good solution. So I thought I'd show you that. Like, I'll do the button one. And then if you leave it a little bit wet too on the sides, then it doesn't, also it doesn't get on the sides. It doesn't stick to the sides. The key is to have your wipe be a little bit more moist. And then it helps it, like I saw, to pull that back, it needs to be a little bit more moist. Use a moister side. And then also trying to put less in the mold than you think you need. Still, my wipe's not moist enough. I'm kind of at the end of this packet. This one's a little more moist. Let's try it again. You think it's like will hurt the clay, but it really doesn't. I wasn't sure if it would work at first when I was doing it, because I thought it might mess up the clay, but it really doesn't. See, much better. See, so then it just pops out. And then it will just dry. You can just set it aside and dry. Okay, so this is, I'm going to put all this back because I don't need it. And then I'm going to show you another way to color this that's easier than mixing all that re-inker. So here's one that I've already done, and it's already, you know, dried pretty much. I think it's probably still needs a little bit of time, but I'm just going to take a stamp pad and I'm trying not to push. I'm not sure if it's, you can see that that is starting to, I'm not sure if this is completely dry, but once they are dry, if you just put this into your ink, it absorbs that ink, and then you can lighten it up a little bit. Like, see, that lightens it, and spread it a little bit more. Then it's not as big of a mess as those re-inkers. So anyways, that's just my tip on the pressed clay. I actually have found that I like it now that I found that tip. You know, now that I can get that out without it being a mess, and I have a different way to color it than I had seen. So anyways, let me know if you have the pressed clay, and let me know if that works for you, or what you... if you have another way, I'd love to hear it. Also, if you found another way to deal with the molds and stuff, I would love to hear it. So thanks, guys, for stopping by, and I'll talk to you later.